Welcome, everyone, to Saturday night's short form improv comedy show, Comedy One Shots. We are Chaotic at Improv, and we will be improvising for you tonight. It is not false advertising. We will be improvising. That rhymed a little bit too. We've got a great show. We're going to be, everything's made up on the spot. Everything you see or hear will be made up. We don't know what's going to happen, which is exciting and terrifying at the same time. We're going to be needing a lot of suggestions from you guys throughout the show. So anytime one of us introduces a game, we'll probably ask you guys for some category of suggestion, something as simple as a person, place, thing, place, or something as complex as a deep-rooted fear or concept that's abstract. We don't know. That's also, we're going to be making that up as we go along too. Let me introduce our cast for you guys here tonight. My name is Chris. We've got Katie.
Oh boy.
And we've got Gabe.
Everybody got a Gabe.
Hello.
And running all of the magic, the electronics through the wires, just pushing electrons to make all the transistors to computers. So they don't use transistors anymore. I'm that old. But we've got Chad.
Yeah.
I pointed up here because that's where he is in my Zoom, but I'm pretty sure he's not there.
I'm right beneath you. I'm looking up to you, man.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still looking up. You're showing there. Chad, do we have any announcements before we go?
I would like to announce. Well, I would like to announce that you have officially gotten Schoolhouse Rock stuck in my head because announce a special kind of word. It's any name you've ever heard, and we're muted. All right, but anyway, guys, welcome to everyone. Thank you for being here tonight on this very special show. We are so happy to be with you, and as Lisa Posey just said in the chat, yes, I'm underneath you. So, okay, that's 2 votes for me being underneath you. So it must be true. Guys, real quick, little housekeeping just to get everything started. First of all, thank you for being here. We enjoy having each and every one of you watching our hilarious improv and everything, and we're so happy that you chose to spend your Saturday night with us. And hey, why don't you go ahead and share that love and let everybody know that we're doing a free comedy show right to your eyeballs on your device of choice. We are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, and of course, we are on Twitch. So let folks know, share the social medias, let your friends, family, enemies, and what have you know. We love to have as many people watching as possible tonight because, this is why we love to do it. We especially love being a local improv troupe. All of us live very close to each other, but we love our reach through the internet. So thank you so much for everybody who watches, and thank you for sharing this stream with everyone. Of course, a lot of people like to go a little step further and support us financially as well. And while that's not necessary, it's very much appreciated. And if you would like to count yourself among those ranks, please go to twitch.tv/chaoticgetimprov, where you're probably watching right now, and there you can find ways that you can support us through Twitch subscriptions, through BitShares, and what have you. We also have a PayPal, if some of you are into that sort of thing, paypal.me/chaoticgetimprov. And also, we have a merch store where you can show off your CGI pride with this wonderful merchandise right here. Yes, that's right. We have mugs. We have apparel, which I am told is stuff like shirts and hoodies and onesies and what have you. So check it out at chaoticgoodimprov.com and check out our store. We have the finest merchandise available for you to show off your CGI pride. It helps us and it makes you look really fashionable too. It's a win-win. And a lot of people don't know this, but these mugs can hold a lot more than coffee and or tea as well. So there is that. Mine is actually holding air. So that is yet another option, just in case you're into that sort of thing. I hear that
I'm very into air. I just want to say that.
Absolutely. A lot of people are realizing the value of air more and more each day. So, guys, thank you so much for supporting us in those ways. And again, if you don't feel like supporting us in a money kind of way, that's fine. Just go ahead and share the love and share our streams and everything with everyone you please. One last thing I would like to recommend is like Chris said, we do not know what we're about to do, really, other than the games that we're about to play, improv-wise. And so when we're done with our show tonight, we like to stick it in our archives and give it a name. So, we work hard to make the funny, and we would like to give it a little name when we're all done with it. So this particular episode of Comedy One Shots, we would like to give it a title at the end of the episode, and for that, we rely on you. If you hear our actors say something uproariously funny at some point in the show, and you very likely will, or if you hear a common theme happen throughout the show, go ahead and let me know in the chat. I'll be Chaotic at Improv in the chat. As a matter of fact, I'll demonstrate right now. See? Hi, that's me. Go ahead and let me know that you have a title suggestion, usually by putting quotes around it or what have you. I'll put it in a big old
I have a title
file.
suggestion,
Yes.
Chad. And
What is it?
it's once we're done, we stick it in our archives. For me, it's
Exactly,
just
yeah. We stick it
right
in our
there.
archives, if you know what I mean.
Why don't you stick it in your archives?
Exactly. It's on YouTube. It's an archive. It's a thing. I don't get the joke. Okay. All right, guys. But seriously, go ahead and let me know in the chat. We'll put it in a big old list, and we'll deliberate at the end of the show which ones that we are going to pick for the suggestion. Nerdy Clave responded to my hi. See? Already the audience is participating.
The greetings are flowing. I love it.
Exactly. The greetings are flowing along with the Hidden Valley Ranch to dress them up. That is not a product placement, although that may happen later. All right, guys. So anyway, that is all I'm going to say for now because we need to get to some funny. And for funny, I turn it over to the master of funny, Chris himself. So Chris, let's go for it, man.
All right. Well, thank you, Chad. That was very informative. I always enjoy watching you. It makes me giggle. It does. I don't know why. It's not that you're funny looking. It's just you're funny. Like, you're just funny. I love it. So everything, this show's never exist again. I just want to throw that out there. This is going to be the only time this show ever happens. We won't be able to do this again if we tried. So the very first game we're going to be doing is a game for Katie and Gabe. So allow me to change my background. So I'm kind of off stage. What I need is a suggestion for this. This scene would be some sort of what's a good reason to have a celebration? Like, what sort of I want to throw a party because X happened, and it could be anything. It could be you graduated high school, you found that old car key, and you can finally drive. I don't know. It doesn't matter what it is. It can be anything. Now I just have this picture of this guy sitting there. He hasn't been at work in a week. He lost his car key. You can't drive to work. Anyway, it could be any of those things. And what will happen is Katie and Gabe will be improvising a scene based on the suggestion that we give them. But anytime I want, I can say change. And when I say change, whoever just spoke last will have to change the last thing they said to something completely different. And then they'll have to justify why the new thing they said is part of the scene now. I'm still giggling over the last key. I'm sorry. Chad, do we have a suggestion for a reason to celebrate?
A divorce.
Yeah, you laugh at that, but sadly,
I've heard that one before.
We've had that many times.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so this scene will have something to do with divorce. That's their theme. They'll do with it what they see fit. It's up to them to decide what they want to do with this. This is a game of change with Gabe and Katie in 3, 2, and 1.
Well, Deborah, I looked over the papers, and I think this will work out.
Hey, look, I am glad to hear you say that because I think this is better for both of us,
I agree. I think too long we've been wrapped up in this silly relationship. It was forced to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was just thinking, though, that we really should do something to commemorate this time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think, you know what? Why don't we take them out for a walk?
Change.
I think you are on point, madam. I think, Deborah, we could celebrate by leaving. Not seeing each other again. That was the point, after all.
Right. Never seeing you. I forgot. The rest of my life is just going to be one big celebration, not having to see your face.
I mean, you can go celebrate with your friends that you like, and I can go celebrate with Jim.
Oh, I meant to tell you that Jim and I,
No, he's a Capricorn.
right,
He's a Slytherin.
I know, which is why what I'm about to tell you is going to be even worse.
Oh, right.
So Jim and I were chatting.
Change.
Jim and I have been seeing a lot of each other.
Change.
Jim and I have seen all of each other.
Oh well, I don't know what to say. I mean, I knew that you'd been working together on that photo shoot. I didn't realize it had gone that far.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Jim, because he knows you so well, he and I could really bond over your inadequacies.
Yeah. No, I understand. Jim and I have that sort of relationship. We're always knocking each other down.
Change.
Oh, Jim. Oh, Jim, why?
Change.
He's so much better than this. I mean, he's a good guy, Deborah. I don't see it personally. I always thought he was into more, feminine ladies.
Well, Caleb, maybe I have found that I enjoy putting more time into my expressions of femininity when they are appreciated by someone like Jim.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I never appreciated you. Is that which I see?
Well, we are getting divorced, Caleb, so clearly.
And scene. That was too real. I was waiting for, not Maury Povich, whatever the other weird guy is that reads the things, Jerry Springer to come out. And yeah.
Oh my God. One of those lines was really mean. I'm sorry, Gabe.
What do you mean one?
I was mean as well. No worries. It was against Deborah. It's not you, Katie.
No one will sit there and watch that scene and go, I don't know why they're getting divorced.
They seem like a lovely couple.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. This next game is going to be for Katie and Chris. This is 2 suggestions. It's one of our a very straightforward game, but a great one all the same. We need 2 suggestions for this scene. So I think for this one, I'm going to go, what is someone's favorite sport? Any sport at all. Doesn't have to be mainstream, anything at all. And then second suggestion, what is someone's favorite flora? Flowers. Tree life. I don't know. I'm going out there this time. Both of these are suggestions that in the past I would have had the brain capacity to be like, don't ask that. But it's been a pandemic for a year, so I'm losing it.
I want sports and flowers. That's what I want.
Okay, remember, we're looking for flora and not fauna, okay? Specifically not fauna.
It doesn't, it really makes no difference. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Yeah.
It's alive, and you find it in a forest. We're good.
Okay.
Now I'm just trying to think of what if NFL teams all had flowers for names instead.
Oh, the San Francisco Carnations.
Oh my goodness. They're going up against the Texas Tumbleweeds.
That's dead flora.
And the Detroit Asphalt. But, very much so. Okay, someone's favorite sport is Calvin ball. You guys okay with that?
Oh, I love Calvin ball.
Sure. I mean, that's just a suggestion.
My favorite, too.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know what that is.
All right, cool.
It is a fictional sport from the comic strip Calvin and Hobbes that has no rules.
I figured it was something that was made up like that, yeah.
And
you don't know anything about making things up. What is this?
This is wild.
And for flora, we have a lot of votes for succulents.
Succulents. All right, so this scene will have something to do with succulents and Calvin ball. This is 2 suggestions with Katie and Chris in 3, 2, and 1.
I've been having those visions again.
Jason, I'm glad you told me, but I'm getting nervous.
I am too. Normally, it's just maybe a minute or two, and we have a weird conversation. We played 14 innings of an odd game in my bedroom while you were sleeping.
Well,
he keeps coming and visiting.
Oh no. Well, okay. Next time, I'm just gonna need you to wake me up and let me know that you're having one of these visions.
I brought that up. Okay. Well, I said, Sammy, that's his name. When he appears to me, I said, Sammy, I feel like I'm doing a disservice to my wife because I kind of feel like I'm cheating on her with you, even though we're friends. She's a secret I'm not allowed to tell her. And he hikes up his little pistol bandolier. He's kind of like a desperado cactus man. That's his persona. And he doesn't want me to tell you anything about it.
Well, I feel kind of left out, Jason, because you and Sammy are out having a good time, and I'm just stuck at home in the bed, apparently sleeping through the entire adventure.
Yeah, well, it is fun from time to time, but I still, even when we go out of the house, I get weird looks because no one else can see them. It's just me. I'm the only one, and people think I'm going crazy. Like, I stepped next to Sammy and I prickled myself on one of his sharp cactus pricklers, and I jumped and started, and people looked at me like I was crazy, and I said, no, it's just my invisible cactus friend.
Honey, I don't, I love how creative you are. I just think maybe you shouldn't tell other people about Sammy.
I try not to. I really do. I try and tell people that I'm talking to myself in my head, but it doesn't work sometimes because sometimes he asks really interesting questions and I have to think about the answer, and people do not believe that I'm talking to myself in my head and actually talking to myself in a way that makes me think. It's, I know that doesn't make sense. It would make sense to Sammy.
Oh, I see. So now I'm not as good as Sammy.
No, you're great. I can touch you. You're tactile. The only thing that's tactile on Sammy are his pricklers. See, that's what's weird about it is if he was a regular ghost, he could pass right through me, but because of the pricklers, he would kill me.
Honey, I didn't realize that Sammy was a ghost.
I'm assuming.
Well, I need to know if we've got a ghost in the house because that is a big problem for me. You know how I feel about ghosts.
Well, I've been doing some research, and I found that there's a special pesticide you can buy at the flora store, and it only affects cacti and other succulents. And so maybe if I spritzed it on him, I would kill him, but I'm not sure if that would count as murder.
I don't think if he's already a ghost, I think he already maybe was murdered, and you just be letting him free.
Yeah, he did say he's got some other friends. Like there's a bleached like cow skull that he hangs out with that he met in the desert too. It's a bizarre time we have together.
Well, I just gotta say, honey, I'm just disappointed that you've been out running around playing all sorts of who knows what kind of games with a ghost, and again, have not been inviting me.
But it's this game he taught me. It's only a 2-person game. I mean, I could teach you how to play it, but then one of us would have to be excluded, and I don't think that's fair to Sammy. And since Sammy's my friend, I don't think that's fair to me.
Well, I think, honey, we are going to get rid of Sammy with the succulent store. The thing that you said. We're going to spray him.
Yeah. It's the suck juice.
Yeah.
And scene. What just happened?
That was my...
I'm unsure.
It's my invisible friend, Sammy the Cactus. You don't have invisible friends?
I have a few, but
okay.
None of them have like a weird cow skull that also is somehow alive. All I'm saying, I would watch that cartoon. I'm down for it.
All of these are in fact Pokemon, so there is that.
So our next game is a game called Old Job, New Job, and this is going to be a game for Gabe and Chris. And what I need from you guys in the chat are jobs or careers, occupations that one might hold, and who's doing what?
Gabe is the job guy.
I'm the old job.
Okay,
New job.
Gabe is going through a career change, and so you guys are going to let us know what his job previously was and what it is now, and then we are going to see how this plays out. Chad, how are we doing with suggestions in the chat?
I'm muted. I'm not anymore. We are still awaiting occupations, so we just need a lot of occupations. Good, bad, indifferent. Give us something that you have seen a lot of or something you haven't seen as many of. All occupations are welcome. So go ahead and just drop them into the chat, and we will pick up some juicy ones.
Ex-Desperado cactus. That'll work.
Yeah. Or flora arrangement. Okay, see? Okay, that's 3 floras, guys. Okay, if you were counting. So we're good to go. All right. Let's see here. So, we got something really juicy in the chat. I'm going to give a time for a couple of more. So give it just a second here, guys. I'm checking all. By the way, if you are watching via Facebook and or YouTube as well, we are also doing that as well. So just keep.
Like I said, if you're watching by Facebook and YouTube, you can let us know what is the difference in lag time delay between the two of them.
Exactly. We're keeping an eye on all of it. Okay. Okay. I like it. So we have a loan shark.
Loan shark.
Okay.
And a gravedigger.
And a gravedigger.
This is
Pretty sure those jobs go hand in hand at some point.
what? Oh, boy.
Yeah. So what are you doing now, Gabe? What are you doing these days?
That is a good question. I can't decide which one I'm doing currently. I guess I'll be a loan shark currently.
Okay,
used to be a gravedigger.
Who used to be a gravedigger. Awesome.
Yeah.
And do we have? Is there a suggestion from a previous scene, Chad, that we didn't get to use that tickles your fancy, and you would like to see?
He said no, so we'll just. Go.
Okay. All right. So then. Okay. All right then.
We can just go with the jobs.
We're good with
fine.
just the jobs.
I know. I want to save what you have. Like that's
No.
the thing.
I saw something that would be completely inappropriate for that, but it made me laugh. I'll tell you what. How about diving? Diving. That's a good one. Diving.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So this scene has something or nothing to do with diving, and Gabe has recently undergone a career transition from a gravedigger to a loan shark. In 3, 2, and 1.
Hey, Tony, Two Shoes. I was told I could come to you if maybe I needed some extra scratch in my pockets. Short term.
I mean, I suppose I could get you some scratch. I suppose we could do. I could move some funds around, shovel it from one place to another if I needed to.
Oh, that'd be fantastic, Tony. You can see my wife and I, it's our 20th anniversary. We're thinking about going, to somewhere in the Caribbean, maybe go swim with some dolphins, do some cliff diving, something kind of exciting for us to celebrate. But I'm a little short on cash. I was thinking maybe you could front me maybe 10 grand.
I suppose I could do about 10 grand. That seems about right. I think you need to understand a few things before you go, taking this loan out. A lot of people don't understand the responsibility of paying this loan back.
Oh, well, I understand I got to pay it back, Tony. I mean, I'm not one of those guys that's just going to take $10,000, and fly to Aruba and then never come back. That didn't even cross my mind.
Mm-hmm. Because, I got friends in Aruba.
Why did I say Aruba? I meant to Trinidad and Tobago. I'm sorry. I get those two confused, All
right. I understand. Well, just know that I'll have a welcome party waiting for you when you get back. We make sure we get that debt settled right away. And that way I don't have to put you, I don't want you 6 feet under debt. That just seems like it'd be real inconvenient for you.
Oh, yeah, Tony, that's perfectly understandable. I mean, 6 feet under debt, that sounds like a pretty deep amount of debt, So, Tony, I was just hypothetically, what if, something happens and my money funds, don't get shifted around as quickly as I think. And let's say I'm a little bit late, just, on the VIG or something. Just curious in that scenario.
Yeah, well, I suppose the thing to do would be to break your legs, but, I don't really find that to be the most profound way to get your money back. I think the best way to do it, I just find cremation to be much better. I'll just burn your legs right off.
Oh, so not the whole body. Okay, that's a little bit. I was worried you're just gonna set me on fire or something. But Okay, so I'm not sure what this it was to have your legs, broken or evaporated. I'm not really sure. So,
Well, one of those two things can heal, and one of them can't. So, what do you think? And it's all right if that ain't enough.
Okay. I thought that was a rhetorical question. I wasn't going to answer this.
No, it was not a rhetorical question.
But, then I think your legs can heal if they're broken. I just want to answer. I don't want to piss you off, Tony.
Yeah, no, it's all right. It's all right. I just wanted to make sure we're on the same page because you got to know, if you like your legs, you better be paying. But also, I have several friends of the spectral inclination that I might sick on you.
Spectrals?
Yep.
Oh, that sounds nefarious there, Tony. I was just, I don't want any of your ghosty buddies, coming after me and nothing. I don't want them evaporating my legs. I just maybe we should cut it down to $7,000. That might be a little bit easier for me to be able to pay it, and we'd still be able to do the fun things, the cliff diving and the parasailing.
I think that sounds like a good idea for you and your wife. I don't see it. I don't think you need no $10,000.
I currently don't think so either. I don't want to be pushing up no daisies. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, certainly. I'd hate to see that happen to you. Now, I just need to know. I just need to know what you want written on your application, so that way I know what to carve in the contract over here.
You old school. You use stone contracts. That's
cool, I use tablets like Moses.
Oh, well, that sounds good. You just out of curiosity, I'm hoping that the first thing on your tablet's like Moses is "Thou shalt not kill." I'm just saying. I'm just hoping that's on there.
That's on my tablets. I already told you. I'm not going to kill you. Dead people, true. Dead men tell no tales, and they pay no loans.
That's right. You do appendage evaporation. I forget. Okay.
Oh my!
I like that guy. I like Tony Two Shoes.
Yeah.
Now I get how ironic that is. Tony Two Shoes. Why do they call him Two Shoes? Because if you don't pay him back, you won't need shoes.
Oh my.
What's up next?
Ooh. All right.
Moving right along from that.
This next game that we're going to be doing is a fun game. We're going to be pulling Chad in to help us out with this one. This is a game called Pillars. What I'm going to need as a suggestion for this game from you guys in the audience is going to be, we'll start off with just a location, just a place, any place or setting that the scene can be set in. And Katie and Gabe will take that suggestion of a location, use it for whatever their purposes are. But during this game, each of the actors periodically is going to hesitate and not quite be able to think of the next word that they need to say. When this happens, they'll simply raise their hand. And when they raise their hand, the pillars, who will be played by Chad and I, will just say the first word that comes to the top of our head. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it makes sense with anything that's going on. That will be the very next word out of that actor's mouth. And they'll have to kind of justify why they're... I'm still in that little voice. I don't know why. But they have to justify why they're saying that word in the context of the scene. I will be Katie's pillar. Chad will be Gabe's pillar. So anytime Gabe raises his hand, Chad will just say the first word that comes to his head, and not vice versa, because Chad's not talking. But whenever Katie raises her hand, I will say the first word that comes to my head. So Chad, what do we have as a suggestion for a place, a location?
Sorry, we kind of got sidetracked in the chat trying to figure out how to spell out bit cheer without it looking awkward as one word. But yeah.
Like bitchier?
Yes, exactly. So yeah, let's go ahead and get those suggestions in, guys. All right, focus up on that.
You could pull something back from before. Like if any of those things. Well.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got back here. Okay. Dog's first birthday.
Dog's first birthday. We'll do the same. This thing will have something to do with Dog's first birthday, or that's just they can do with it as they see fit. That is their suggestion. This is Pillars with Gabe and Katie, with Chad and I as their pillar in 3, 2, and 1.
Oh my goodness, we made it through an entire year, and you said this TV show wasn't going to pull through.
Well, I have been wrong about a few things, so. My bad.
It's all right. It's all right. I'm just so excited that Clifford is going to have a second season.
Oh my gosh, me too. You know what? I just wish that more people would recognize my genius in the writing of this thing.
Well, I mean, you know how audiences are. They never think about the writers. They don't think about the integrity of a show, and they certainly never think about pancreas. You know, they don't understand the physical stress that the creative team goes through. You know, I've had 2 transplants since the start of this show.
I know, and you know what? I've just really been working on all of those late night donut binges that we have. Really, that will do a number on your insulin production. Let me tell you that. So you're not alone in your struggles there. Okay, Rick.
Yeah. No, I know, Katie. We gotta focus on the future. You know, we're talking about things we've lost in the past, but I think it's time we focus on season 2. What shenanigans Clifford can get up to. I think we should take Clifford to the damp caves underneath the city. You know, underneath the suburbs. I want to see a Clifford head poking out of a mountain.
I love it. You know what? I always said that Clifford really needs
Education,
because he is a dumb dog, if I'm honest, and I think going to the mountains could be just the thing to spark that intellectual growth, you know?
Right. You know, he gets down to the caves and he realizes he doesn't know what a stalactites and stagmites are. You know, I don't even know it. So, like, you know, Clifford's going to feel it. He's going to feel inadequate. And then he's going to have to go to a pet trainer.
Yes. All of the pet trainers I know are exceptional geologists as well. You know what? I think what we need to do is we really need to find a
pickle
or something different. I'm not sure. But if we found a pickle, then we could feed it to Clifford.
Oh man, it's gonna have to be a big pickle, you know. There's none of those little tiny sandwich pickles. We need the big ones that come with barbecue. And I think, well, I don't even know. I was thinking about sides, but that's kind of a side already.
Me too. Now I'm getting kind of hungry now, Rick.
Oh, come on, we can't go back to the donut binges. We need to get ourselves in a healthy place, you know, so we can keep Clifford active for the kids. I want kids to learn from this show that everyone is so
DVD
in their own way, delinquent, vandalous, and dumb. Yeah, and dumb.
Well, I think we have. That's why they gave us a season 2, you know, because we're teaching everyone that they're probably not going to go anywhere in life.
It's a weirdly degrading show for these kids to be watching, if I'm honest.
And seed.
I don't know why I was just like, DVD, this has to be a really offensive acronym for these kids.
It's okay.
Oh, man, that was fun.
All right, next up we have product placement. So for this one, we're going to need any and every product you can think of and feel like typing into chat. We just need a bunch of different products. And Katie and Chris are going to do a scene for us. And throughout this scene, they're going to have to plug some products for you guys. They're going to be selling you all sorts of delightful things. And I guess we also need a suggestion, unless you have one still from previous in the show that you want to use, Chad.
Right.
Maybe this one would be the location.
Okay, so I do have a location. We have an abandoned dairy farm. And just a quick reminder for everybody in the chat, for this particular game, we need brand names. So it's not just, you know, like a particular kind of product. We need a actual brand name of a product. So, you know, for example, instead of tissues, you know, we're going to need Kleenex brand tissues, stuff like that. So, yeah, go ahead and just light it up in the chat, because the more the merrier on this one.
I don't know what Chris is laughing about so much, but I can only imagine.
No, I typed in on their Zoom chat. I typed in abandoned dairy farm because we're going to do a lot of stuff. So to remember it, but my finger slipped off the F, and so I typed abandoned dairy arm.
Oh, man.
It's not that funny, but it made me laugh.
I feel like an abandoned dairy farm is just a field at this point, right? It's just
That's where I meant saying to the cactus.
Ooh.
At least it wasn't derriere. Anyway, so
we are crushing it tonight, guys.
Yeah, we are.
We're in a weird place, emotionally, socially.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay, so let's see. First of all, we have Spork brand utensils, like spoon and a fork, I suppose.
All right.
Yankee Candle.
Ew.
Speaks for itself. And just because I'm talking, don't stop. Just keep lighting it up. Ford Motor Company. Clorox bleach. Kraft cheese with a K. Not like beer, but Kraft.
I have to hit backspace 4 times because I don't know how to spell Kraft. But
It's
in
with
that
a K.
C.
Yeah, instead of an F, it's a K. Ziploc. Ziploc storage bags.
All right. I think that'll be enough.
Okay. Well,
that seems good.
Wait, we got another one?
Yeah, there's one more that was
All right.
that was a typo, but I love it too much not to mention. Snickers jelly. I'm pretty sure that it wasn't intended to be Snickers, but it sounds so amazing. I think it should be a jelly.
Oh, you mean like instead like Smuckers?
Yeah,
instead of
exactly,
Smuckers and
yeah.
Snickers. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think unless the candy companies come up with the most disgusting idea for a new Snicker bar, which is just jelly inside, which would be weird.
It's like a cream-filled donut, but it's inside of a Twix.
There's no more nougat. It's grape jelly.
I mean, they have those. Those are the ones that no one wants from all those Valentine's Day chocolate boxes. Those weird cream-filled ones. All right, this is going to have something to do with an abandoned dairy farm with Katie and Chris. This is. I'm looking for the name of the game because I can remember. Product placement. Starting in 3, 2, and 1.
This is so exciting.
I know, Jacob. This is going to be. I think this is going to be our best date yet.
Oh, I know. I mean, I feel my heart beating like through. I mean, obviously, I can always feel it, but like now I can feel it like beating through my skin and everything. Like it's racing. It's going so fast.
I know. Okay. I don't really know what we should do first, though. I thought we should definitely check out the barn.
Yes. Now, if the rumors are true, there are ghostly cows in there that you can still milk. I don't know if it's true. It sounds outlandish, but I saw it on Ghost Hunters, so everything they say is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yankee Candle.
Well, in case we need to summon these ghost cows,
Yes.
I have brought my Yankee Candle.
Good thinking, because they don't like light or electricity or batteries. They drain it, so that's good.
So, take a whiff of that.
Ooh, that smells like just a nasty old barn. That's a bad scent for a real candle, but it's a good scent for what we're doing.
It's perfect for this. That's what I thought. So, we can just summon the ghost cows to us so we can try to milk them.
Yankee Candles makes the best sense. Not sense, like obviously it makes sense, but they also make good sense because it's you don't. Sometimes you light the candle, you think you're really there, or whatever is the scent is actually it's real.
Well, that's why I thought this is kind of kill two birds with one stone kind of thing, because one, it's gonna get those ghost cows to come to us, and two, when we take this candle home and burn it, which it will burn for hours and hours and hours, we can remember our time spent together here today.
And I'm glad you mentioned the kill two birds with one stone, because in the loft of the barn, according to Ghost Hunters, they're literally the ghosts of two birds that were murdered with a single stone. Yeah.
Ziploc.
So I brought my own stones. Now they're from our garden, so they're kind of smooth and stuff. But I wanted to keep them from getting any sort of odors or moisture. So I put them in this. You see, you could even hear the suction because I vacuum sealed it. This Ziploc bag holds all the vacuum. These little vacuum sealed stones. So we're going to be able to use these, I think, with that Yankee Candle and these stones to replicate the death of those birds. Maybe we can summon those avian spirits.
Goodness.
I'm so excited.
This is going to be such a good time. I cannot wait. Okay. I just need to calm down. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm feeling my blood sugar is getting a little low. I brought my own Ziploc.
Snickers jelly.
These are my Snickers jelly from 4 Easters ago.
Oh my God, they're still
And
fresh?
They are fresh because I put them in this Ziploc. So here.
Now, okay, you could be honest though. Are they still in that Ziploc because you wanted to save them for a special occasion? or you just hated them so much you put them in a Ziploc and you just came across them on this trip and you were just like, oh, got to get rid of these somehow?
Well, they're still fresh. They
That's
taste
good.
as gross as the day I bought them.
That's a good advertisement for Ziploc. Not so good for Snickers jellies.
Kraft cheese.
You know, wait. I think the cows have been summoned. I'm getting that creamy macaroni and cheese scent wafted in, just sort of because these were special cows. These cows would only pump out dehydrated powdered milk that they would use in the Kraft macaroni and cheese packets.
Oh my goodness!
It's here. I mean, there is nothing that gives you that calm and just warm sensation like a smell of a delicious Kraft cheese oozing over some macaronis.
Oh gosh, put some macaroni in a pot and
Fork brand utensils.
Put some pot in some macaroni, if you know what I'm saying, and then just lather it up with these. Because, when you're stoned, you don't want to use a real spoon, and you definitely don't want to use a fork because you might stab yourself in the eye. So these sporks here, which, by the way, you can get for free at any fast food restaurant you go to. You got to buy them at all.
Yeah.
This is what I always, when every time I've got pot and macaroni, this is what I use. Genius.
Well, you know what? That's what I use too. I started just replacing all of our utensils. I don't know if you noticed, but I've been replacing all of them with free sporks from the Wendy's.
I might have been too high to notice but I did wonder when I had spaghetti why I couldn't curl it up when I was trying to eat it. Yeah, I just sort of had to just shove it off the plate into my mouth because I could. Sporks aren't really that good for the macaroni or for the spaghetti.
Right.
Ford automobiles.
They're more. The ghost cow. It's driving a tractor.
Yeah, it sure is. With a little beep beep horn. I heard it, and that the beep beep horns on tractors only came from the 1972 Ford automotive plant. That's just not too far away. I wonder if that's also the ghost of the farmer / automotive mechanic that used to run this dairy farm.
We have discovered something the ghost hunters didn't.
Oh, you know what? They needed to bring all this fantastic stuff we're doing. They didn't think of Yankee Candles. They didn't bring little Snicker jellies. I think maybe if you're amenable and maybe we should start our own ghost hunting because we're doing a good job.
Oh, yes. Okay. We are gonna make our own show and it's gonna be so much better than Ghost Hunters. We just gotta come up with a name for it.
Clorox bleach.
I was thinking ghost cleansers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what we'll do is we'll go in and we'll purify the area of the ghosts. And there's only one thing I can think of.
Oh.
Not only does it kill 99% of germs and bacteria, it also removes the spectral essences, Clorox bleach.
And scene. When you made that Roadrunner sound, I was about to die if one of you was like, what's this bird doing here?
I don't know. That was ridiculous, but fun.
Oh gosh. All right.
Man.
That was an adventure. So this next game is for Chris and Gabe. And what we are going to need from you guys and our audience, thank you so much for staying with us. I'm going to need 3 popular film or television genres. So things like Western or sci-fi. Go ahead and throw those in the chat. And Chad, if you can be thinking about whether there was another suggestion from earlier that you want to use for this scene.
Why, yes, there is. We have an aquarium cleaner.
An aquarium cleaner. All right. So that will be our suggestion for this scene as you guys are putting some genres into the chat. Remember, we're looking for common film or television genres. And Chris and Gabe are going to do a scene about aquarium cleaners. And they are going to do that scene, 3 or 4 times. Depends. This game, the name of this game depends on which member of our cast you ask. But they'll do this scene 1 time, just kind of normally, and then they're going to do it 3 more times which would be a total of 4.
Sure. It's that first scene done 3 ways. Oh.
Okay. All right, so Chad, how are we doing on those genres?
I prefer to think of it as a quantum scene, really. It's just kind of like, it's
like a Mobius strip.
Yeah, several things at one time, really. Okay, so first of all, we have horror.
Okay.
And for some reason, Gabe and I C's usually end up as a horror anyway, so that's not pretty good.
All right, well, along the same lines as horror, we have indie romance.
Our second most common scene type.
I don't even know what that is. What kind of romance is that?
It's every movie Indiana Jones has. He has an indie romance with the leading lady.
And it's also a romance without all that corporate meddling, fight the man, you know what I'm saying? Also,
I feel like neither of those were honest answers, and I don't like it how no one is being helpful to me right now.
It's an independent film romance. So it's like no big blockbuster budgets or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Mine is closer to the truth. You know what? Okay, let's do this. Anime.
Oh, God.
All right. So this scene has something to do with aquarium cleaners, whatever that sparks in your mind. In 3, 2, and 1.
Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
This is the biggest freaking aquarium I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like, this makes the Georgia aquarium literally look like it's in your living room.
I tell you what, man, this is amazing. I got hired on to work at Waterworld, and I thought, I'm lucky. I didn't look at it from your perspective. There's a lot of glass.
I get overwhelmed by thinking, like, what if this whole thing was full? Like, just how much water would be above us? I don't swim, which is probably a bad idea to work in an aquarium.
Yeah, we're lucky they empty it out on the weekends for us to clean it.
Yeah, well, they have to start emptying it on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So that by Saturday when we come in, it's empty enough for us to clean it.
Mm-hmm. Well, now that it's empty, I think this is a good time for us to go get back all that stuff the seals stole.
That's my favorite part. They like to hide it under the nooks and the crannies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fun. It's like a hide and go seek game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of them stole my car key. That's why I didn't come in and help you clean last time.
I wondered why you hadn't been work.
Yeah, I couldn't even get in that day.
Oh,
it was frustrating.
Look. It's a wedding ring.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not proposing. I just didn't know.
Oh, sorry. Wow. That I hear those are cursed when they're lost.
Oh, but okay. I was going to put it in lost and found. We can curse them.
Yeah, no, that's great. They're awful people.
They are. They steal all that stuff. Mm-hmm. We find it, return it, and they steal it. Sons of bitches. Maybe.
Scene.
No, I was about to bring up how the Lost and Found was run by the SEALs. The SEALs run it.
Oh gosh. Okay.
What even just happened? I'm not going to remember that scene at all. That was weird.
This is one of those weird Saturday nights.
So tired.
It's good. I think I want to see that scene one more time.
Yeah.
As let's do anime first.
Oh yes.
Anime.
Oh, you went Super Saiyan.
I did what I could.
Oh. It's so big down here. I hope the big Voltron bots don't come down here.
The SEALs, they've combined together to make one massive seal, and they've been taking over the aquarium.
Oh, geez. I'm going to have to go put on my suit. I'm going to get inside this big Gangnam-style robot behind me, and I'm going to make sure that this aquarium is clean.
I would get in my suit to help you, but the SEALs already stole my key to my mech, and I can't get in.
Oh. A ring.
Oh, my goodness. You know what this means?
Super Saiyan!
Scene!
Like,
So
I don't like this game. I hate this game, and we play it all the time.
My anime knowledge is like G-Force and Voltron from like the 1980s. Like that's what I thought.
Right. Well, from that note, let's do a horror. Let's see that scene one more time as a horror scene.
Did you get the weird note too?
Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Yeah, no, I got it.
Yeah, it says just to come down here. There's something for me. All I see is you.
Yeah.
In this giant aquarium.
Mm-hmm. Well, there is a reason. There's a reason for that. I sent that note. I sent that note to you, and I sent that note to me, telling me to come here.
You noted yourself?
I did.
That's horrifying.
Well, I thought that maybe it was time that you see what this aquarium's really about. Shh. Please, choose one.
I'll take the middle one.
Oh, a very good idea. This is a magical little seal nose. Now put it on and join the aquarium.
I feel like balancing a ball.
Oh, you just wait. Given time, you will transform entirely. You'll join the rest of our previous employees in the water.
But I don't swim. I
Oh, you'll learn.
Look what I found in the nook and the cranny. It's a ring with a finger still on it.
That was from a troublesome employee that wasn't willing to, shall we say, join in.
And scene.
That was freaky.
Nice. That was creepy. Okay. Let's see this one more time.
That was good.
Yeah, in a completely different genre. Let's see this as an indie romance. In 3, 2, and 1.
Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky.
They always make me work extra overtime with you, Brad.
I know, Susie. I mean, look on the bright side, right? We get to hang out here with all these amazing, amazing creatures.
Yeah, you really love this place way more than anyone else who works here. It's kind of disgusting, but admirable in a weird, sort of cute way.
It's my one escape from the world. My wife, my ex-wife just left me, and this is where I've been coming to get away from it, you know?
Yeah,
I'm independently wealthy. I don't need to work. I just want to.
All the rumors you hear about me from the other employees are not true. I date a lot, but that's just because I'm independently romantic.
Huh. Well, I have to admit I did hear some unsavory rumors about you, but I didn't really believe them. I thought I'd get to know you independently, and I find you independently attractive.
Oh, Brad, I've been so busy in my own world, to even notice that just right under my nose there was someone as deep and sensitive and just as kind as you. And I found this in the nook and crannies when I was cleaning last week, and I thought I'd give it to you. It's a finger. It's a ring.
Oh my!
It's a ring.
It's a lovely ring, Susie. This is such a great week. Last week I found one of my keys, and this week I'm given a ring finger, a finger ring.
Speed.
A finger ring. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't think about.
That was my bad.
It went over my head.
Did we end scene? Because I'm
froze. You froze for a second there.
Yeah, I froze for a second.
Oh, sorry.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I was still stuck in last scene. I meant to say rings.
It's quite an independent romance at that point. Things went a little bit.
All those independent indie romance shows I've seen, the girl typically I've seen, it's probably played by Kristen Stewart, hates the dude in the beginning of it. They grow to love each other. They find common ground in their dysfunction.
And then she gives him a finger.
A finger. The finger.
She just gives him a finger. Because you can.
And a finger ring.
Oh, man. Okay, well, this show went off the rails very, very early. But you know what? I had a good time. And I hope you guys had fun, because that's the most important thing. Man, I'm laughing. My face is getting red. I'm laughing so hard. And this shirt, I think, needs to be retired. All right. I mean, it's only 22 years old. Come on. So I want to thank our cast for playing with us tonight on this very fun and informative show. I'd like to give a big thanks, big virtual round of applause for Gabe. And a big super round of applause for Katie. You guys are fantastic. It was very fun playing with you guys here tonight. And I'm gonna, if for those of you guys still watching in the audience, if you guys have any ideas, the last minute ideas for Christmas gifts for me, for show titles, feel free to type those into the chat now. And I'm going to turn it over to Chad. He'll go through what has recently become, not recently, it's been for a while, but one of my favorite parts of the show is figuring out what are we going to name this episode. So Chad, do we have any titles suggestions come in yet or at all for the show? Or was it one of those shows that will remain titleless?
We actually did have a suggestion, but real quick before we get to that, thank you to Jana Fidgets for bit cheering us. We really do appreciate it. And at some point we will figure out how to spell that to where it doesn't look offensive. Anyway, so let's see here. And also, again, this is your last chance, folks. If you want to put something in the chat for us to consider, go right ahead. We have two suggestions. One that Gabe brought up earlier. Stick it in the archives. And
stick it. You can stick it in your archives.
And Addie Hatter has suggested a finger ring.
A fingering.
Yes.
Just waiting for Chris to realize what he has just said.
Finger ring.
Your facial expression was priceless right there.
I like it. Oh man, my eyes are. I'm crying. My eyes are watering. This is good. I don't care how good our improv is during a show. If this is the end result, then I've got tears streaming out of my eyes. It was a good show. Oh man. We're going to do that 2 words or 1 word?
Oh, God, yeah.
I'm thinking we'll have to do 2 words.
Like hyphenate it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
if fingering. That's good. I like it. So unless anyone has any better ideas, if those are our 2 choices, I think a finger ring.
Yeah. Oh, Nerdy Clay, thank you. Nerdy Clay, thank you so much for resubscribing after that pun.
or, hey, you never know. Maybe that's the reason he did. You never know that. Or she. I don't know.
Well, but and it was with the comment, best title ever. So I think we have to.
I do too. I think it's great. Yeah. Oh, man. So a finger. Thanks, everyone, for watching and hanging out with us. This has just been... it's been fantastic. If every night of my life ended this way, I would die happy knowing that I got to share every evening with you guys and with my friends here. Thank you guys. For those of you guys who are free on Tuesday nights, and if you've never watched our Jackbox game shows on Tuesday nights, we do have a new season coming up. Our May. Chad won the month of April, so he's our proud champion. And also on the same token, if you want to play along with us and be on the Twitch stream with us live playing, drop us a message. You can go to chaoticgoodimprov.com/contact, or you can send us a message on Twitch or any of our personal accounts if you happen to know us personally. And we'll give you our Discord links and our Zoom links to let you guys come in and join us. It's a great time, and it's also really fun for us to be able to hang out with some of the audience members that we don't maybe normally get to hang out with. So please do that. Also next week, Thursday and Saturday, we'll be having 2 more shows. All of our shows are 7:30 Central Standard Time. Chad, do we have any raids or anything planned for tonight?
Yeah, let's go ahead and raid Comedy Sports Chicago. They're doing a little improv thing tonight, so why don't we just share the love with them and tell them hello on the way out, guys.
All right, so I want a big special thank you to Chad for running all this stuff. I think it's impossible for me to imagine how well he does this because I don't understand technology. So the fact that he does this for us every single show is amazing. I wanted to make sure that you feel appreciated, Chad. I want to thank our cast again, Gabe and Katie, for joining us tonight and playing one of my favorite shows in a while. So thank you, audience, for tuning in, all your great suggestions. Please hang out with us while we shift over and raid
Comedy Hub. Actually, apparently Comedy Sports is not allowing raids at this time, so we're switching over to Comedy Hub. Yeah.
Comedy Hub, and just to show some support for some fellow Twitch streamers. And with that, thank you, and have a wonderful rest of your night.
And thank you again to Abby Hatter for the amazing suggestion for tonight's
Abby, she's like our name. She's like our episode naming MVP. She names a lot of them.
Thanks a lot, guys.